Cricket, 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 cricket.
And there was Booney and AB, Dino and Marshy and Tomo, Lily, Ian, Redbar, and Stacky, and Dougie, Chappelli, and Harvey, Richie Benno, Don Bradman. They played for Australia.
Cricket, 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 cricket,
That lot.
Hey, hang on a minute. What are you fellas on about, eh?
Cricket,
Yeah? Well, what about Mother England, eh?
Yeah.
What about us? Have a listen to this. We had Boycott and Botham, Gower,
Class.
Snowy, Alan Knott, Colin Cowdrey, Derek Underwood.
cricket, 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 cricket.
Pom's there, mate. Yeah, but they haven't got the ashes.
Hold on, man. You talking cricket? When you're talking cricket, you talk West Indies, man. The best cricketers of all time. There was Ghana, Oldham, Sir Garfield, Frank Worrell, man. Brad Lloyd, Pete Richards, and Marshall, and Dujan, Granny James, Gus Logie.
Cricket, 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 cricket.
No doubt about the Windies.
Yeah, pity about New Zealand.
Oh, they're no good.
Oh, they're hopeless. Oh, hang on, fellas, that's a bit harsh.
Oh, you reckon?
The Kiwis, they've had a few good ones.
Well, who have they had?
Oh, well, I remember.
Oh, you okay?
They had Snedden.
Snedden.
Oh, there was Chatfield, Brothers Grove, and Hadley, and Hadley, and Hadley. The Kiwis had Richard Hadley. Bristol, Bontein, Healy, Lara, De Silva, Ben Saka, Sonny, Laurie, Johnty, Typhoon, Massey, Trumper, Capel, Canai, O'Reilly, Pollock, Larwood, Linwald, Jardine, Javert, Imran, Miller, Booney, McGilvray, Neville, Dickey, Kirtley, Simo, Richie, Randall, Husey, Dangles, Booney, Tuppers, and Zoe, Merv, Maisie, Henry, Swampy, Roxy, Davo, Riffo, and Booney.
Can Kingborough do it? I reckon they can. I've seen a lot of cricket. totally bloody awesome.
cricket, 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 cricket.
There was Booney and AB, Dino and Marshy and Tomo, and Stacky and Dougie, Billy and Harvey, Richie Benno, Don Bradman. They played for Australia.
Cricket, 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 cricket.
By geez, mate, there are a few good players amongst that lot.
Hey, hang on a minute. What are you fellas on about, eh?
Cricket, mate.
Yeah? Well, what about Mother England, eh? What about us? Have a listen to this. We are Boycott, Botham, Gower, Snowy, Alan Knott, Colin Cowdrey, Underwood.
Cricket, 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 cricket,
Hold on now. You talking cricket? When you talking cricket, you talking West Indies, man. The best cricketers of all time. There was Ghana, Holding, Sir Garfield, Frank Warren, man, Lloyd, Big Richards, and Marshall, and Dujan, Rennie James, Gus Logie.
cricket, 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 cricket.
Steve, endorse, stay. Sorry. Just rip the gear off.
Fuck yeah! Yeah! Woo!
That was a pleasure to video, mate. A pleasure to video, it really was.
Oh, I can't wait to watch it.
Oh, look. No doubt. Best cricket experience ever?
Oh, mate. That
have to be.
partnership, I mean, it's 402. You know,
We'll see you out there, mate.
that there, the people in fucking Kingborough Crew Club deserve this as much as the players do. All the people there.
Awesome, mate.
Fucking
Let's get out there.
President Stuart Marsh, John Scalzo, partnership, 142 to break the record set in the fifth TCA Grand Final 48 years ago, when the South Hobart A drew an out, I Cowley scored 111 against Glenorchy in the 59 Grand Final, which was the equal longest standing partnership in the TCA Great Final history. And in fact, in the same wicket, the 5th wicket was also achieved and now stands alone as the oldest record in partnerships in the TCA Great Final, until a few moments ago. That was then beaten by David Dawson and Mark Divid in their partnership today. It passed the previous best wicket partnership for any wicket in the TCA Great Final, which was set by Roger Woolley and Andrew Dykes of 221 against North Hobart in 1994-95. And congratulations to those players. Also, whilst on batting, Stuart Martin's innings of 180 is the 3rd highest individual score by a batsman, and only other scores higher than that in the TCA Great Final is 187 by Michael Di Venuto in the 92-93 Grand Final, and Earl Davison from Glenorchy of 203 against Clarence in 1983-84. Along the way, also, David Dawson equalled the 5th highest score in a TCA Great Final of 162. Well done to those players. Whilst we're talking on records, we've still got a couple to go yet. Kingborough has now claimed the 5th highest score ever in the TCA Great Final, is also the highest score chasing to capture victory. Congratulations. South Hobart Sandy Bay's score of 402 is the 6th highest score in the TCA Great Final, and is the highest score on record for a losing side, surpassing the record set by Sandy Bay of 366 in the 68-69 season. As you can see from the 3 days here today, there's been a lot of records, a lot of runs, and a lot of great cricket. First of all, I'd like to congratulate Cameron and his staff for the wicket and the preparation of the ground for the 3 days. As per usual, it is in first class order. I take this opportunity to thank Steve Johns and Wade Stewart for their umpiring and officiating and their appointment for this year, and also for the season, and wish them well in their careers in the future. Brown, the chairman of the TCA Grade Cricket Committee, to present Adam French, the captain of the winning side, with his medallion.
I'd firstly like to thank South Hobart Sandy Bay for a terrific game. Obviously you guys are disappointed, but I can tell you from our point of view, it absolutely made us earn every single one of those 402 runs. Credit to Div and Dawes for an absolutely terrific partnership, which saw us get over the line, but I know that they certainly commented on how hard a work it was, and how well you guys were bowling, and the pressure that was out there. So thanks to South Hobart Sandy Bay. I too would like to thank both umpires, and also to Cameron and his staff. As Scott said, it's a magnificent facility, and the pitch was obviously fantastic. So thanks to those guys. Thank you. I'd like to thank our supporters, Kingborough Army, and also all the parents, wives, girlfriends, fathers, mums. We've got a fantastic community club at Kingborough, and part of what makes it great is all the support that we have. So thanks to all the people that have been out here across the weekend. I'd also like to acknowledge, aside from the players, the board and the support they've given us. they've backed me in this year after a pretty disappointing year last year, so I appreciate that. So thanks to Dad and the rest of the board. Thank you very much. One other non-player that I'd like to thank before I get to the players, and that's our coach, Ron Davey, who's been absolutely outstanding. His passion and commitment to cricket and our club is not surpassed by anyone, and I thank him, and I'm sure all the players do thank him for all his support and all his hard work. Thanks, Ron. Rightio. Call up my vice captain, Tim Scott. The other vice captain, Brady Jones. David Dawson. Stewie Clark. Mark Stephen. Jason Shelton. Jake Steele. The biggest cat. Calvin. Brad Lovell. My man, Bryce Turnbull. Tommy Bevan. Sweeper, Luke Swartz. Jack Phil. Brad Lovelock.
Thanks, Freddie. Sorry, lads, holding you back from your champagne. Just to reiterate everyone's words, thanks to Kingborough, and well done to Kingborough on a well-deserved victory. Much the better side for these 3 days, and a great side all year. So well done. The umpires and ground staff and everyone who's had anything to do with this game, thank you to you guys. And to our boys, well done. Obviously very close to the 3-peat and a pretty special year for us, but I still think it's a very proud year, and the one thing I will say is whenever you walk off the field, you can still look each other in the eye and say that we gave it our all and did everything we set out to do, then we can still be very proud of that. So well done, our guys. In particular, Stewie Martin, that was the Kingborough breakout, that was just extraordinary, Stewie. A fantastic innings, and well done to you. And that's really all, so well done to Kingborough, and celebrate hard, lads. Well deserved.
Thank you, George. I'd now call on Neil McRae from Vodafone to present some special awards for the day. And we'd like to take this opportunity to recognise Stewie Martin, if he could come forward, and receive a Vodafone from Neil McRae from Vodafone in recognition of his score today, on Friday. I'd like to call on Mark Diven to receive one on part of his performance in the record breaking partnership. Thanks, Neil. I'll now call on Roger Woolley to announce the Roger Woolley medal winner. This year, for those who aren't aware, we have named the grand final winning medal after Roger Woolley, one of the legends of TCA cricket, a long-serving player, but also into administration, and I'd like him to come forward to announce the winner and present him with his medal.
Thank you very much. This sounds rather strange, but the winner of the Roger Woolley medal for the best player in the grand final goes to David Dawson. Thanks very much, Roger. It's a great honour to receive an award in your name, so I feel very honoured, so thanks very much. Firstly, congratulations to Sandy Bay. They were the outstanding team in all forms of the game this year, and like George said, can hold your heads high, a fantastic season, and commiserations to all you guys and well played. To my team, congratulations lads, it's been a lot of hard work this year, and to Ron, fantastic mate, the most passionate coach I've been involved with, just loves it to death. And to all our Kingborough Army and all the supporters around the club, and Adam touched on it before, the club has a great community feel to it, and a big extended family, and we all appreciate all your support, not only in this game but throughout all the seasons. So, and another thing, it's been a pretty tough week for the club, with some tragic circumstances, and I think if this shows the passion that we've got in the group to do well and to pull together in tough times, then I hope we can stick together, and hope this has brought a little bit of joy in a tough time. So, thanks very much.
Congratulations, thanks. I now call on Tim Scott, who would like to say a few words.
Thanks, ladies and gentlemen. Just not to keep you too long, but more importantly, I just want to pay tribute to one of our members of our side, but also, I guess, a former member of our club, and I guess will always remain a member of our club, and that's Aaron, who unfortunately passed away Thursday evening. To Brady, an amazing amount of courage to actually come and play a game of cricket against the odds. And I know his family are all here would back him to do so, and it just shows amazing strength. So Brady's asked me to say a couple of quick words to, I guess, to acknowledge Aaron, his contribution to the club, but I guess more so the community support that's around for Brady, Jeff, Lisa and the family. So well done, mate, and thank you everyone.
To finish up the proceedings, I now call on Neil McRae from Vodafone to present the cup, and if I could call on Adam and Ron David to come forward and receive the cup.
Thank you.
Keep it down,
Lift that cup up a bit.
Get it up. Get it up.
Okay, go for it.
Work it back. Yeah!
Come on, mates.
Everyone inside, yeah.
There we go!
Link up, link up. There's a squad against somebody.
Guys, get in. Everyone in.
Come on, Red, come on.
In the middle. In the middle. Kids in the middle. Oh, you're guilty.
Jeffrey,
Thank you. Just quickly, I know we've had a lot of speeches, but to all you people in this room, and I mean every one of you that have supported this club throughout this year and through the difficult few years we've had, thank you. These guys today have given us something for our club that will be remembered for years to come. The performance that these guys put up today, we could not firstly have recruited two greater guys to this club than Div and Dawes. What they've given what they've given us as a club and what they've done for the other players in this team in a very short period of time has been great. And what we've seen out here today is a combination of that. And to say that we've got 8 guys, 9 guys that are Kingborough guys is more than anyone else can say. And I think the performance that you've all done today and throughout this season has been phenomenal. And to each one of you, we are intensely proud of what you've achieved over these last 3 days. But going back through earlier in the season, we had some tough times with illness. And I think for me, the side of Timmy Scott at university was a change of the way we went when Tim went out under adversity and saved us losing outright. And from that day on, these guys haven't looked back. And I think as a club, that attributes a great sense of pride in what you believe in and what you've done. And to each one of you, I say well done to the guys and the girls on the board for your excellent effort in sticking by this team throughout the year. We've certainly had our ups and downs, but as a group, we've worked together. And this mob in front of me has just been absolutely great, because what you've done for these guys and for this club in the time that you've been with us and got into those stands and rock has certainly helped this club to go up. And I thank each one of you for what you're doing. plus certainly to Ron, mate. You talked about it the other night, Wednesday night selection, how when we talked to you about coaching and what your intentions were and what you wanted to do, and you've been a tough man over a period of time, Ronnie, and what you've done with these guys is great, mate, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart for what you've done, the time you've put in. I know Marie, it's difficult with him, as Christine knows with me, and Chris knows with Steelo, that the time at that cricket club becomes a little bit much, but it's finished for a few months.
Meeting on Wednesday night.
But I thank you, Ron, sincerely, all of us, mate, for what you've done and the way these guys have performed. My last thank you is to a man who has been beside me for a few years now in what he's done, and I know that for something to be done, this man makes sure that it gets done, and he loves the club, he loves the players that are at, and I thank Steelo sincerely for everything. And just to say that we can all celebrate together, there's an establishment in town that has thrown their doors open to us. Anyone not know where it is?
The casino.
But there's a private function at our club hotel after this, so we're all more than welcome to come back and enjoy the festivities that I'm sure that these guys deserve, and you people as supporters of the club for a great many years. It's been great, and especially to Tim, to Adam and to Stewie, who are celebrating their third premiership in 10 years. It's a great achievement, mate, and fellas, there's not too many could say that, to have 3 medals under your belt, and I congratulate you on that. So well done, boys. This is Steelo's fault. Wednesday night, you're all welcome. It's our best and fairest vote, first grade. The players vote each week for the player, 6 votes. So Wednesday night, Steelo, what time? 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. There will be
about 15:15, and we might have another beer.
But so everybody's welcome. Everybody's welcome. And this gentleman beside me has moved over from Melbourne this year, and he said, and coincidentally, the cricket club that Adam played with in Melbourne 3 or 4 years ago, Gavin was the president of that club. He said, I'll come to Tassie and I'll come down and help you guys, and he found himself 5 minutes from Sandy Bay, and that's where he decided to plant himself for the year. But he's a great guy and wants to say a few words. Thanks.
Thanks, Frenchie. Great, sensational performance by your club, particularly under the circumstances, and I pay tribute to Brady on that. It just we kept it pretty quiet, obviously, amongst our players, but for something like that, puts the game back in perspective. But make sure you celebrate it in his honour, because it happens at various clubs, and it's one of those things that you just got to get on with, unfortunately, and to his family. Like, we pay our tribute from our club to him as well. I pulled the wrong straw, obviously. I was coming... King was too far away, mate. Mr. Plod took the licence off me, so I wasn't able to drive. The buses don't run regular enough, but I don't know whether you know a little bit of the history, obviously, of Adam and Frenchie being at our club, but Ron Davey and I grew up together, and we're unfortunate Collingwood supporters as well, so that's probably another reason for a big sporting interest. But Ron and I lived in the next street to each other back in Burr, which is a long way away from Tassie. We went to the same school, we played the same cricket club, we played the same footy side. In fact, we were born virtually the same year. So to Ron and his club, well done, Ron. We've been mates for 50 odd years. I've been mates with Frenchie and his family for the last 10 or so years. But just to see your club on this weekend, that's something that now we've got to do at South Hobart, Sandy Bay. 6 years ago we were apparently out the back door. We're getting it back on the right track. You blokes have already got it there. And to see the young kids here today with all the, I'm not sure they were back from Australia or England, but it was fantastic. And that's what a club's all about. A club's not just about somewhere where you go and play cricket. The club's about somewhere where you see guys after the game putting their arms around each other because they've had a rotten time, and that's what clubs are about. Not just playing the sport, but all the other hardness that go with it. And that's probably my wife ringing, so I better get out. Have a great night. Well done.
Can you get a photo with
going to be Ron's shortest speech. Thanks, Ron.
Everything's been said, I think, that needs saying. I don't want to thank people because I'm going to miss someone, and that's not fair. So I'll have a couple of weeks to prepare that maybe for the presentation.
That'll be even shorter.
You won't be in charge that night. I just want to thank the 12, 14 guys that have been the core of the team for the season. We set out with some fairly straightforward instructions and areas that we wanted to concentrate on, and I know that the job's not done in that area. I know a lot of guys have embraced it to their benefit, to our club's benefit, but importantly to our team's benefit. And I'm just super proud. We didn't have a lot go right on Friday in the rain. It would have been very easy to turn our tails up, but the resolve, and I had a coffee with Dorse, where are you? Had a coffee with Dorse on Wednesday morning, and mate, fucking awesome.
What the coffee was.
Yeah.
2 sugars. 2 sugars.
Dorse has had a difficult year. None of us can pretend to know what it's like because we haven't been sitting there on the brink with a contract and trying to make something happen professionally. And the way he's coped with that and dedicated himself to us, and I've seen a lot of first-class cricketers play club cricket, and they don't do it much justice. But the way Dorse has hung in under those circumstances and shown a lot of these guys and a lot of these kids here how to get focused and commit yourself to something when the prize is enormous. I take my hat off to you, mate. Thank you.
Yeah, you sent them into bat and made 400 and well, they made 400 in total, but they made nearly 400 on the first day. What was your thoughts after day one?
We obviously knew we were up against it at that stage. It's stating the bleeding obvious, but we thought once we sat down and had a think about it after stumps, we thought that if we could knock the 2 wickets remaining off early the next day, which we managed to do, and give ourselves the rest of the day to bat, and the objective was to keep wickets in hand. At the end of Saturday, we just wanted to be in a position where we had wickets in hand and gave ourselves an opportunity today, being Sunday, to win the game. So from that perspective, obviously they took the honours on Friday, but we were really happy with the way we bounced back on Saturday to give us a chance to do what happened today.
Did you ever have any second thoughts about your opinion to insert them?
Yeah, I probably did, Brett, it. None for 100 and... what was it? Some opening stand record. Yes, Brett, I'd be lying if I said otherwise, so yeah, there were definitely doubts, yep.
I mean, you must have taken some confidence, though, the last couple of rounds, or in particular the fact that you scored 390 against them in round 13, and then came to the semi-final and chasing down 310 under pressure, showing that you're able to do that. I mean, it must have given you a lot of confidence knowing that you could at least have a crack at the target.
We certainly had a belief within our team that that was possible to do that, and we had confidence given what had happened in round 13 against South Hobart, and also what happened in the semi-final. So yeah, we knew we just had to have wickets in hand for today to give ourselves a chance, and that was basically it.
How hard was it for Brady? Like, did you guys talk about it, or?
He obviously I received notification myself very early Friday morning, about 7 a.m, and Ron got a phone call in the middle of the night to notify him. So Brady was a little bit late in getting here on Friday, but he'd already indicated to us that he was still really keen to play, so we were happy to go along with that, obviously. We had a chat before Brady got here on Friday, the team, and just made a point of making sure that we were there for him if he needed our support, but giving him space if he needed space, and all those sorts of things. So, it was definitely talked about. Yeah.
Was it, that's not the right word, but was it some kind of motivation to do it for Brady, for his family? And
we didn't specifically mention it as a motivating factor, but I've got no doubt that it was in the back of a lot of guys' minds. So yeah, absolutely.
What about that partnership? I mean, record breaking. It's pretty remarkable, isn't it?
Yeah. Obviously to chase 400, you're going to need a couple of blokes to make big scores. I mean, they were just phenomenal. Just a phenomenal effort. Just their concentration was just outstanding. We were just happy to be patient and wait for them to get into their areas and put the bad ball away. And South Hobart Sandy Bay, to their credit, bowled really, really well. If you look at the economy rates for all their bowlers, like they gave us nothing. They gave us nothing. Every run was earned, and those two blokes were sensational.
It must be nice to have a coach now who listens to the players and respects them. And,
I mean, essentially, I guess, you're barring yourself maybe, and you probably really haven't had one of those since your team century coach left. So it's great.
You are an idiot.
Thanks very much, Frenchie.
Cheers. Is that enough?
That's plenty.
Is there anything else you want to do a bit?
We're going to Cascade.
Just finished. Just finished.
We'll keep going. No, seriously, it's a good question.
I know what you're going to say. I bet you I know what you're going to say.
No, seriously. What you want? Come on.
You're going to...
Last night, the indications after our discussions were that you were considering batting on to rub salt in the wound. Obviously, you had a change of heart today, Adam. Can you explain why you decided? Is it more drinking time?
Yeah, because I was thirsty, Peter.
Well, in our discussions, it also indicated, in terms of playing against Sandy Bay, South Hobart Sandy Bay, Northern whatever they are, that you were comfortable with the fact that you were had a great team bond and great team spirit, and that they would fall apart because Northerners just do that.
Don't tell my old man.
Oh yeah, so barring John, he's come down and brought the thing together, but so. Would you agree?
I don't know if I want to go on record. Who knows where this tape might end up?
It's a premiership DVD. You'll be long retired by the time that happens.
No comment.
No comment. Well, look, that's all from Bell Reef today. We've had a fantastic day of cricket here, and it's been an awesome performance. Well done, boys.
Here's my work experience, kid.
Work experience. Duffy. Mark, can we get a photo? Was that?
Not happy. Talk me through the partnership today. It's a pretty remarkable effort.
Yeah, well, Dibber and I just we live together and spend a bit of time together. We just thought at the start of the day that if we just stick to the process and keep playing one ball at a time, then hopefully the rewards will come at the end, and that's exactly what it is.
It took a long time to get there to really break them. When did you feel like you had the game in your grasp?
Probably with about 80 runs to go. I thought, still with 100 to go, if we'd lost a wicket at that stage and a bit of pressure on the guys coming in, I still thought it could have been difficult, but probably at that stage I thought we had a good chance there.
I mean, you were just discussing your relationship that you have with Div. Obviously, he's now taken it to a new level. There's been quite a few rumours going around, given the fact that your girlfriend's overseas and your relationship with Div, etc. And obviously, that's just a great bond, with what you've done.
What's the question, Pete?
Would you agree that that's you've strengthened that relationship?
Our relationship has been strengthened today, yes.
Yusuf, that hand aside.
It's been a pretty frustrating season for you. It must be a great way for you individually to finish your season like this.
Yeah, that's right. It has been a tough season, but to exactly like you say, mate, to finish the season like this for the club, especially with the tragic events that have happened in the last week, I am really happy with how things have been. You know, I love the club, and it's fantastic to be a part of this.
How much of the...
Thanks, David. Thank you.
Oh, so how much of that comes to be playing with guys? It must have been there for you guys for the whole 3 days.
Yeah, there definitely was some added passion and inspiration on the game after the tragic events. I mean, the Jones family is an integral part of the Kingborough Cricket Club, and I mean, such events affect all of us in Kingborough, and there was, without it being spoken of, it was definitely some added motivation for me to dig deep when the times were tough.
All right, thanks very much, Dawson.
I'm ready. You ready? Yeah. Congratulations, Mark, on the win.
Thanks, Stephen. Thanks, Stephen.
First of all, the enjoyment of Kingborough Cricket Club.
Oh, it's been fantastic. I think the best thing about the win, and I've said it heaps, and I'll say it again, is just for the people around the club, yourself and Frenchie and Steelo and all the guys around the club to win it. I know how much it means to you guys, and to help achieve that for you guys is very special for myself and for all the team. So.
And first, how did you end up Kingborough? Who was the powers to be that got you to Kingborough?
Yeah, well, when I was thinking about moving down, I rang Dawes because I knew of him, and we've got his friends and some of my friends as well, and just spoke to him, and so he rang up Frenchie and said, look, this Div's thinking about coming down, maybe get onto him, and then I spoke to Frenchie, and the club from the start was the best to deal with, and the best the best situation to offer me, and that's what happened. So.
And in the end, you've come to the best, because we are the best today.
We are the best.
We are the best today, so you've come to the best, and we hope it's not for just one season.
No, it's definitely going to be next year, and who knows from there on.
Exactly.
So it's very special, and I'm very proud to be a part of this.
And I know you haven't had a beer for a while.
7 weeks, I think, something like that.
But we will sit in a little corner tonight, and we'll have a couple of quiet
definitely will. I've been promising you that for a while, haven't I?
Exactly.
Yep.
So thanks very much, and well done, mate.
Thanks, Dutchy.
Hey, mate, just on the game, when did you think you had it?
When about 80 runs to go. No, when Dawes hit a 4 and we won.
I was feeling pretty confident when we were about 30 runs to go.
That's about right.
Yeah, I was pretty intent on getting to the end, and I was keeping sort of the same attitude all the way until we got that last run. So.
And is that the longest innings you've ever played yourself?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Absolute pleasure to
have you on.
No,
thank you. So,
have a great night.
Thank you. Appreciate it.